We're not under your jurisdiction.
I'm Moorish American from the
Okay.
land of Exuma, Turtle Island.
I just don't have a clue of what's going on with this.
I don't want to be a United States citizen no more. I'm not subject to United States no more. I'm tired of paying taxes. I can't even afford the insurance. My birthright is all I'm standing on. That's all I have, Your Honor. All due respect. I'm Moorish American. I'm indigenous to this land. Nobody dragged me from Africa. This is my land. And you're going to respect me when you see that flag.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Mr. Grayson Bay, I did receive the documentations that you had. He has a table of contents here. He has a declaration of nationality legal notice, declaration of nationality, name correction, proclamation, public and publication, judicial notice and proclamation to all elected United States Republic office and public servant of federal, state, city, and municipal governments, personnel, and corporate entities concerning the Constitution and all statutory and civil law codes of the land, know all men, etc., know all men be these present. I, Grayson Bay, being duly affirmed, standing squarely, declare and proclaim upon divine law, naturals law, universal law, Moorish birthrights, international law, and constitutional law, declare and say, I being previously identified by the Union States Society of North America USA under the colorable warship name Javar Tyrone Grayson. I'm not going to continue to read the rest of that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well said, though. Thank you.
I just don't have a clue of what's going on with this.
Just a declaration of my nationality, Your Honor. Thank you, though. Well said, though.
Okay. So, in how? What am I supposed to take of this? You know, are you saying you're not an American?
I'm Moorish American from the
Okay.
land of Exuma, Turtle Island. The issue is the corporation of United States, and that's the issue. And I'm under a natural law as Grayson Bay. I'm in natural form now as a man. Yeah, I mean, you said it excellent. You pronounce things perfectly. Yeah, but that's my nationality.
Right, so let's get to this
once
one
again,
here.
I did proclaim that the court didn't have jurisdiction over me. That's where we were at.
For this matter, you know, Miss Snyder I guess she's assigned and she's going to be handling this matter. You said it's set for jury trial tomorrow.
Yeah, what I wanted to do was this, because I mean, I'm prepared to rule on some of this without even a jury trial. The only matter that I was really is the false name issue, which is what probably I'll let a jury decide on that, because this other stuff, that's why I had you on. There was an opportunity. These were things that were filed, that he had filed, and I don't know if you've read them or had a response, or I know you probably haven't, but your office. It says, notice to all law enforcement, nationals or citizens are not required to show identification to a police officer. So what I'm going to do, he cited a Supreme Court case, Collender versus Lawson, 461 U.S. 352, 1983. And it says, in which the United States Supreme Court ruled that a police officer could not arrest a citizen merely for refusing to present identification. Now, I'm not even going, did you get arrested, Mr. Grayson Bay?
I was obtained.
So if there's no arrest, then how is this even pertinent here?
And under my jurisdiction, that's an arrest.
Well, we're not under your jurisdiction.
Once he touched my vehicle, it was a violation.
Well, listen, I don't recognize your jurisdiction in this court. I recognize the state of Michigan ordinances and laws and the Michigan court rules. So I'm going to conclude that this based on this document that you've given me, this would be your lead case. That I'm not going to consider that necessarily an arrest. You weren't taken into custody, were you?
Yeah, he touched me.
I know. Okay, that's yeah. I don't have anything. If that's your authority that I just read as far as your Moorish nation, I don't understand that.
Your Honor, also I'm not asking for a jury trial. I'm asking for you to make this decision. I'm asking for you.
But I told you that I'm not going to waive your jury trial rights. You're going to let
I don't want a jury trial. I want you.
I
trust you.
It doesn't
yeah,
matter.
I trust you. I think you can make a firm decision and what's going on here. I'm pretty sure you see.
I'm going to make a decision right now on this stuff right now on most of it. All I told you I'm going to do is the failure to ID.
Oh, shoot. I don't want this to hang up now.
The failure, false info and ID. I'm not going to make a decision on that. I'm going to let a jury make the decision on that.
I'm not really getting an understanding. I mean, I don't think you can even find 12 Moorish people to even judge me or my peers. I mean, I'm not even going to consent to that. So I don't understand.
Well, how are you going to let me? Why do you want me to do it? I'm not Moorish.
Well, then you need to I'll file a motion to dismiss this case.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
You got to file those motions on your own.
I'm telling you verbally right now. I'm filing a motion to dismiss this case.
Okay, I'm going to dismiss. I'm not going to grant the motion.
Take it to the next level.
Motion
I'm not paying. That's just it. I'm Moorish American, man. I'm Moorish American. Okay?
I'm not gonna go back.
That's my birthright.
Listen, I understand that. Listen, right. I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I'm not disputing.
Right. I don't even think the prosecutor even wanted to attempt to even battle this. And it's not even against you, Judge. I understand your situation. You wants to be the ref. You can be the referee in this, but I don't think the prosecutor even want to go through this.
All right.
Motion to dismiss, Your Honor.
I'm not gonna grant it.
Okay. Well.
This guy has absolutely nothing to back up his claims. Zero. He actually expects the judge to toss the case just because he said so? Come on. You can tell his brain's on autopilot. That goofy grin he keeps flashing is just off-putting. Anybody else get that weird vibe? Or is it just me? Beyond that, this whole mess is a straight-up waste of taxpayer time. Why is the prosecutor even sitting through this? He should just pay what's owed and move on. Honestly, if anyone deserves court fees for dragging this out, it's him. Slap on some fines and be done with it. Let's get back to it.
What you do,
Mr. Morgan, go ahead and speak with Ms. Tucker and Mr. Greer. All right.
All right, thank you. Ms. Tucker, can you go back to the breakout room? Just tap your prompt. Tap your prompt, please.
John, I need you to accuse yourself.
Yeah. All right, no, I'm going to continue on. So that's the case he cited.
I filed a motion for you to accuse yourself.
I'm going to deny it.
Okay. Well.
You can put it in writing. I'll deny it. So let's continue on with this notice to all law enforcement that the Supreme Court case was cited, and I haven't read that case yet, but I'll look it up. There is no such thing as failure to identify. You can sue the police for an illegal arrest and resist arrest with impunity. Okay, so he cited some cases here, State versus Robinson. That's looks like a Maryland case. State versus Mobley in those North Carolina case. State versus Adams versus State, Georgia case. And I guess you're saying on those cases that the person did not have to you can sue the police, that they sued the police and successfully sued the police for their a wrongful arrest and resisting arrest. Personal.
Your Honor, excuse me. I also have Thompson versus Smith, the right to travel.
Well, that's on the next. I'm going under the failure to identify heading there.
Oh, okay.
That's under the next heading. So the next heading is personal liberty, the right or power of locomotion, of changing one's situation, or moving one's person to whatsoever place one's own inclination may direct without imprisonment or restraint, unless by due course of law. Unless by due course of law. Now, I don't know where you got this if this is the law. You didn't cite anything from that.
It goes on into Thompson versus Smith, the right of a citizen to travel.
Okay, the right of a citizen to travel upon public highways and to transport one's property thereon, either by carriage or automobile, is not a mere privilege with a city, which a city may prohibit or permit at will, but a common right which she has under the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
And again,
I believe I've read
Murlock versus.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, let's deal with this one right quick. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay. No problem.
What are you saying? What do you believe this case says?
Are you referring to me, Your Honor?
Yes.
It says what it says. I'm just waiting on your decision. I'm here to defend my birthright and my nationality. When you say that 5-pointed star on the street, leave me alone. That's my nationality. That's all I ask for. We should be questioning the officer for even bringing me to you. They got to have respect for that nationality, and that's all I'm here to prove. My nationality and my birthright. All that other color stuff and colorism calling me black, I'm not permitting that. I'm sorry. You're not going to pull me over because I'm driving around black. That is real.
Now this sovereign citizen is pulling the driving while black card, and I just have to stop here for a second. Look, if you're driving around Detroit without a license, you're getting pulled over. Period. It doesn't matter what color you are. Detroit already has insane traffic problems, so if you're out there breaking the law or driving reckless, the cops are going to stop you. That's not about race, that's about behavior. Yeah, I get that policing has real systemic issues, no doubt, but trying to hide behind race while also running a sovereign citizen script? That's wild. You got to pick a lane. Either you're a SOVCIT or you're pulling the race card. Doing both just makes no sense. And let's not forget, he's literally standing in front of a black judge. If there was no evidence, this would have been tossed. Clearly, that's not the case. What do you guys think? Was that race angle just a distraction, or do you think he actually believes it? Let's get back into it.
DWB is real. But when you turn around and have a nationality, that's where it stops. He probably shouldn't have brought me to you, and that's the issue. We should be holding him accountable for his actions, not you or the prosecutor. I'm pretty sure the prosecutor don't even want to battle this. But I'm going to stand on my birthright and my nationality. That's my right. That's my common law. I'm very passionate about it, Your Honor, as you can see. So if I seem a little upset, or if I get a little, mischief at you, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. But my birthright will stand. I don't want to be a United States citizen no more. I'm not subject to United States no more. I'm tired of paying taxes. I can't even afford the insurance. My birthright is all I'm standing on. That's all I have, Your Honor. All due respect. I'm Moorish American. I'm indigenous to this land. Nobody dragged me from Africa. This is my land. And you're going to respect me when you see that flag. Thank you.
Okay. Let's go back to what you filed here. Thomas versus Smith, 154 Southeast 579. I think you need to read that in its entirety, because this is one of the cases that I've seen before that has been filed, and it appears to the court that it's saying exactly the opposite of what you believe it's saying. It is saying that the city can revoke your license. You don't have the authority to operate a vehicle on the city streets.
You want to battle the dead entity. That's what it is. You want to charge me on this dead entity side, and I can't.
No, I don't know what you mean by charging on
This
the dead.
dead
I'm
entity,
going by. Wait a minute. Here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna talk. You're gonna listen. I'll let you talk.
Yep.
I'll let you talk. I'll listen.
Let's get it. You're right.
You filed this.
That's right. You get it.
You cited this case law. Okay, so you're saying, and I'm giving you the benefit of going over this stuff.
Thank you.
This is another case that I'm gonna that you cited, that I am going to tell you that it's actually Shuttlesworth versus Birmingham. This is the court actually takes offense to you filing this.
Here we go. I can already feel the judge winding up to drop the hammer. This guy has absolutely no clue what he even filed. Honestly, I've never seen a sovereign citizen who actually understands the cases they love to reference in court. It's always the same script. Throw out random laws and citations, and the second you press them for details, they crumble. That's the funny part. The easiest way to shut down a SOVCIT is just to ask them to explain the cases they're quoting. 9 times out of 10, they've got nothing. It's all smoke and mirrors. And here, he's just digging himself deeper with every word. Credit to the judge, though. He's actually giving this clown more respect and patience than most people would. No one can say he didn't get a fair shot. But now it's time to see how this wraps up, and more importantly, what sentence this judge is about to hand down. This is where it gets good.
It's a court case.
I do.
It's a court case. How will you be offensive?
I'm taking offense to you filing this and using this in your filing as a reason for you not to have a driver's license. And I don't know if you've read this case or not. It doesn't seem and appear that you've read any of these cases thoroughly, because I've gone through each one of these cases at different times, and if each of them say exactly the opposite of what you appear that it says. And the Shuttlesworth case goes back to a time in history where we're still dealing with, where Reverend Shuttlesworth was a reverend in Birmingham, Alabama. And you're citing this case to saying that Shuttlesworth was saying that he can drive without a valid driver's license.
Definitely
that analogy to this case, and it's saying nothing of that sort. And I wish you would take time and read to what this case is saying, because I don't even think you, as a Moorish American, would I think you would retract this case law right here from what you've filed. You're using the people in the civil rights era who are trying to fight for their rights to march or down a public street. That's what this case was about. He's taken his congregation down a public street. He walked them on the sidewalk. He did not interfere with any traffic, and he crossed the street not against the lights or anything, and they still arrested Mr. Shuttlesworth for not having a license to congregate.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but
you're right.
You're saying that he needs to have a license. That is analogous to you not having a license to drive.
If he want to proclaim he's black, he needed a license.
All right, I'm done with this. I've spent enough time on this, and as what I'm going to do is I'm going to rule on the cases ahead of trial for the refusal to exhibit driver's license. I'm going to find you guilty of that. For the refusal of for having no insurance and no proof I'm going to find you responsible. I'm going to find you responsible for an expired plate. We'll go to trial on the seatbelt, on a formal hearing on the seatbelt issue tomorrow and the false ID tomorrow. All right, that's going to be the ruling of the court. If there's nothing further, Mr.
Yeah, there is, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Can you send that information in writing? You have
It's
the
going
address.
to be on the ROA. And you
Um,
can get a transcript made up by the court. All right.
Okay.
What time you gotta be?
What time is court tomorrow?
It's going to be come on at 8:30.
Okay, you're going to do this again? Because no jury trial.
It's going to be a jury trial. All right.
I want a jury trial.
But you don't make the rules. This is
tomorrow,
my courtroom.
tomorrow I'm
This is my
just going to put a
courtroom.
request in and
Jury
that I
trial
can send.
tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Very well.
This clown just leveled up his stupidity. Now he's demanding a jury trial. Let's be real for a second. He's going to lose, 100% guaranteed. And who's footing the bill for this circus? Yup, us, the taxpayers. Sovereign citizens always act like they're winning by dragging things out. But in reality, they're just digging a deeper hole, wasting money, wasting time, and forcing an innocent jury to sit through hours of absolute nonsense. The crazy part? They actually think citing made-up laws is going to beat a traffic ticket. Newsflash, it never has and it never will. At this point, it's almost hilarious to watch, like a slow-motion car crash. You know it's going to end badly, but you can't look away. If these people spent half as much energy learning real law instead of parroting conspiracies, they wouldn't keep embarrassing themselves in court. What do you guys think? Is this sovereign citizen totally out of his mind? Or does he somehow have a shot here? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more breakdowns of these wild court moments.